good evening to another attempt at Dead Cells. Sticking with what I get. I just realized you can't hit him with the meteors if he's invisible. That's a bit unfortunate. Right. I'm gonna go ahead again, just stick with it. And in this case, it very much looks like I'm gonna go with tactics. With the ice bow and the starfall sword. I do hope the starfall sword, the legendary version of the starfall sword, was one of the funnest things I've ever had. And I do hope I get it again. I don't know what the legendary ice bow does, but I assume it has to do with ice. That also means I do not have a shield, unless I drop a cocoon. Ow. Honestly, the Starfall Sword is kind of fun anyway. Is this? No, that's a drop-down rune. It still feels really, really bad to use as the attack itself, because it's basically like a Castlevania Aria of Sorrow style, just top-down. Right, I don't think I'll buy anything here. But otherwise... Fuck. The meteors definitely make up for it. Like the Starfall itself definitely makes up for it. And otherwise, I think what I want is... They kind of undo the freezing thing. But yeah, if you get a bunch of them going, they hit a lot. They hit hard. Now I need to check what I want to do with it, because the meteors I'm pretty sure to count as a ranged attack. So I will be point blank most of the time. Thanks to, you know, it being a sword. Those generally are melee ranged. Which means that the meteors, I think, should deal a good amount of damage on anything I'm standing next to, which is gonna be most bosses, because most bosses are kind of on their own. If it's a group of enemies... actually, I just realized, the networking, if that works with that, that might be absolutely ridiculous. If the networking works with that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. If the networking actually works with the meteors, then that's gonna be ridiculous. Like, absolute nonsense. Otherwise, I'm gonna go to the promenade, the ramparts. I'm still gonna do the Moonflower Key thing. At least I'm gonna try to. That is my main goal right at this moment. To get the Gardener's Keys into the... is it Moonflower? I think it's Moonflower. I think it's Moonflower, I don't know. And unlock whatever is in the castle. I'm also gonna bring the Hunter Grenade along until I find either something that I want to use it instead of. Now. Or until I can actually use it on somebody. Which is not going to be in the promenade. I think the first step I can do it in is the could be in the ramparts. I don't know if the little concierge have an item I don't have yet, like a blueprint. And otherwise, like, these guys are gonna be a problem. Okay, why did that not hit it? Yeah, I can imagine if the networking works with that, that will absolutely just slap someone's shit in. No, I do not run brutality this time. Like, I thought about it, and I feel like that could be a very neat little brutality option for a ranged attack. Because that is, I think, if I recall correctly, I believe, it is ranged. The absolution, that is. It has a very long animation until it starts going, but if you're far away, then that's honestly probably not really a problem. Right, I'm just gonna... Ow, you. Stop that. No. The shield is probably the biggest issue. I thought I dodged in time. Ow. Right, that was not... Ooh, well. Hunter Grenade has died. Hunter Grenade is kill. Now, the timing of the cocoon is a bit weird still. At least to me. But I think I'm gonna roll with it. Ow. Whatever, you live in that. You live in there now. Brutal. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll with what I have right now. I don't think I'll sell any of that or exchange any of that. Also, good evening. I'm still not sure entirely if I see someone just joining as a viewer, whether I should greet them or not, or wait until they say something in chat. Not entirely sure about that. Because if you just want to lurk, I don't know if you want to be acknowledged. Alright, rose number 2. Ah shit, my cocoon is on cooldown. I forgot. It does that. Where is... Where it's a bit down. Alright, so those are dead. Stupid I feel like the biggest weakness of the Starfall Sword is actually just those dummies. Can they not turn around while they are in the wolf trap? That's a bit weird. Like, I've noticed it like twice now. And I just wasted my cocoon. Alright, go grab that. More tactics. This should lead to the prison then, I believe. With the wall run. The prison depths. No. Yeah, prison depths. The teleport was, I believe, for... We have a legendary. It's a legendary scepter, which... I don't think is gonna be that good. And in that not that good is, I mean, I don't take it anyway. But I would like to sell it. Fuck. Yeah, legendary scepter. Invincible as long as you spin, which I believe is in the air. I believe it's a charge forward, hit enemy. And then you spin in the air. I could take Armadillo pack for the parry on roll. Now, tactics, again, not the best at healing itself. And I'm not gonna scale on either... tactics nor survival to get any actual healing going. Absolutely love those Starfalls. Nope. So I think my best option is actually just the Gastronomy, isn't it? And just having enough health to not care about it, I guess. Which is not gonna happen with tactics. Well, I fucked up the parry there. Okay, while the Starfall cannot hit the enemy, while it's in the shield, it can trigger off of enemies in a shield. Which is kinda weird if you ask me. And I need to get that. I need to get the cocoon timing in. Alright, what do we have down here? Cells. Looking at my health and my flask, more importantly, they're probably not gonna last all that much longer anyway. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get through the ramparts, probably. Alright, morass. No. Well. The cocoon is very good against those, apparently. The sword still slides you forward, which I still hate. Alright. Now brutality, survival, whatever is more health. Most of the case it's gonna be survival, I guess. Ow. Shouldn't have dodged into that. Ow. Like, what does the ice bow do? It basically just freezes them. How did that hit me? I was behind him. Did the sword actually slide me into his hitbox? Well, I kinda hate that. Lucky. I'm not gonna buy anything. Now there's the last rose key. I could technically still drop, like, a heal somewhere. But I feel like I have to use the flask at this point. This stuff will just randomly killing some shit on the other side of the screen. It's never not gonna be funny to me. Well, that was a waste of a cocoon. Alright, yeah, there's no more food. There's a bit of money, which I'm gonna grab. And then I'm gonna go to the ramparts. Because that does give me to the 20,000 needed for a flask charge if I find a food shop. And I believe the ramparts can have a food shop. $20,000. Yeah, hand in those cells. Then get me... Yeah, I think I'll just take the gastronomy. But first of all, I really want to see if the networking works with those comets. And if you know, don't tell me, I want to find out myself. Now, the legendary version of the Starfall sword isn't it's Star Fury. Star Fury is basically the same, except it drops twice the amount of comets. Yep, it works. Now, what actually gets hit by those is kind of random. So I'm not sure if it's fully reliable. Ow. Whoop. Yeah, I'm kind of just dying here. But Tactics really doesn't have anything to heal, does it, huh? If I could get a pierces all enemies on the ice bow, that would also be amazing. Well. How does the damned vigor actually work? What the fuck? What was that? Not as successful as I hoped it would be. That's a 9, so the next is the second column. Which is gonna be the Impaler. Well, I picked up the cat, now I have to use it. Now the Impaler is, what is it, extra damage if the victim is up against the wall. That is not great against bosses, I don't think. So I'm gonna have to just make it work without crits. War speed exactly the same, except it has to be another enemy instead of a wall. At least, honestly, at least, you know, the spear hits first. No. Yeah, at least the spear hits really quickly. Ow. And also the next to a wall apparently is quite the interpretation. What? How does the Puyo power work? Depends on the chicken for brief several explosive eggs around you. Why did it crit though? Like, why did the Puyo power crit there? I kinda need to get rid of that cut. There's a force wave. The eggs always crit. Why doesn't it say that? Okay, the wave of denial. Also, good evening. I feel like the wave of denial could be good to position enemies next to walls. Just get them next to a wall and then stab them. Also, doors do not count. And the wave of denial also doesn't have the most cooldown, which definitely helps. Yeah, that could work out. Greed Blade. Yeah, a bit sad that the door doesn't count, honestly. Why do I check? I'm not gonna buy anything. Alright. That's the Arboretum, I believe. It is. No challenge rift. And there's the promenade. Now, there's a cocoon which is gonna be low level, I believe. And I'm not gonna bring the hunter grenade. And of course it's cursed. Ooh. Right, I did get that. Well, not really anything I can bring along, so... Wait, does the Puyo power heal then? Like if you have something like the Frenzy. Does it stack combos? Ooh, I could take combo. I could take combo for the Impaler because it attacks really quickly. Like it hits twice really quickly. In this area? Yeah, okay, that kind of makes sense. In this area, I don't think there's gonna be all too many walls to use. Where's that stupid statue? Stupid dummy. Absolutely hate that dummy. God damn it. Alright. No healing. Yeah, I don't know. It would be kind of funny if it did scale, if it did use the frenzy, but I can understand if it doesn't. Still weird that it's melee. That reminds me, I wanted to play Guacamelee. Yeah, I wanted to play that. I have downloaded it. I kind of just need to start playing it. If he jumps in there, I'll take it. Brutality. Give me some good brutality skills. I'm gonna take that. Alright, prison depths are also cursed. Thankfully I'm not gonna go in there anyway. Fuck. Alright, where's the stupid statue? It's up there. Because of course it's as far away as possible. They were really, really annoying positions for the statues today. Is the recovery system with the Poyo Power maybe because it's not a weapon attack? I don't know how exactly the rally works. Okay, so my absolution freezes enemies. That's good to know. You know what? Yeah, what does it actually do? Shoots a volley of arrows, damage covered in oil, damage to frozen target, spreads inflammable oil, and freezes nearby enemies. Oh, you can use the Wave of Denial. I'm not actually surprised now that I think about it. Yeah, it kind of makes sense that you can use the Wave of Denial to... to do that. Stupid laser turret. It was coded poorly. Like, you can probably use a lot of things because it was coded... That is probably the explanation for a lot of things now I think about it. Yeah. Though again, it is understandable. Do I take that over the Wave of Denial? Yeah. Okay, so this is the morass of the banished, I believe. No, it's just a shop. No. 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 Can you actually tell me what is the legendary effect of the soldier grenade? Because I kind of want to try and using it a lot more. That's really weird, like, I'm not gonna lie. Ow. It applies oil. Interesting. Maybe for use with fire grenade. I mean, chickens... Can chickens fly? I'm pretty sure chickens can fly. So yeah, that kind of makes sense that you'd be... that you'd not fall. Can chickens fly? Now I'm not sure. Wait, there's fall damage in the game? I didn't even know that. Oh, can you give me food? Mr. Clothing Bag. Of course it's poison. I mean, that's kind of understandable. Be absolved. Oh, that's what you mean. Huh, that's weird. That's really weird. So you just spawn back up? That's honestly just very... like, it doesn't make sense. Right, Morris of the Banished. Not where I want to go. I feel like you should honestly just say, yeah, it's weird because weird coding, and kind of be done with that. Hate you, stupid dummy. No. Yeah, we'll just say weird coding and be done with it. Otherwise I'd have to think about it. Also, the Pollo was one of the... that was in the, like, crossover DLC. Which I think was done already by the... not the original creators. Like, it was done by Evil Empire. Ow. God damn it. I honestly kind of just want to go through the game once with nothing but the absolution. Yeah, you told me about that run. It's still like weird to me. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume it's because of the different coding teams. That's the only reasonable explanation I have. Though if you do the absolution, you'd probably want to do survival. Wait. Dealing critical damage if you are not cursed. Target skill by the skill purge. You have 3 stack of curses instead of 1. Summons 1 additional array for 5 curses you have. So if I have like a Misericord or the Anathema as a weapon, then this is probably a really strong skill. Shouldn't have eaten that. Should not have eaten that. But the amount of curse you need to actually use it sensibly, I feel like is not worth it. What outfits do I actually have? Cloud outfit, ultimate concierge, collectors, armored shrimp. That looks kind of neat. What do I take? I think I'm gonna take the combo. Or if you are dealt damage. Or do I take that? Melee kills reduce cooldowns, open wounds, Pokepack Predator. Yeah, let's take the combo, just deal more damage. Does it say how much? No, it does not say by how much it increases your damage. Hello. And good evening. Let's absolve a man. Ow. Chicken, I'll keep that for later. Ow. Be absolved. I too have a spear. Okay, I need more chicken. What does the legendary do? Okay, so there's the insufferable crypt. That's good to know. That's actually a really early one. Honestly, I think I take that over the shield. Oh, if it kills something, it repeat. That's neat. Yeah, I'm gonna drink here. I see a scroll fragment I missed. So let's go grab that. Where was it? Down here. Repeating cascading effects like that are some of my favorites across games. I should probably play a cascade deck in Magic Wounds, at least once. Though I absolutely just hate how it's optimized to shit. Okay, so the combo duration is relatively short. Which I think makes sense, but also makes me not want to use it. It probably clears out the birds immediately, doesn't it? Ow. Ow. God damn it. Fuck those stupid wizards. Right. Fuck. I tried to parry, but I failed. Right, next set. That's an 11, that's the third set. Tranquility is the more damage if you're far away from them, right? So the opposite of point blank. Door. Wait. Twin daggers spreads inflammable oil on the enemy. Oh, I actually have just like a combo. That's honestly a really neat idea. So I can just spread inflammable oil on the enemy and then burn him to death. That sounds great. That sounds like a good family fun. Oil grenade would also not be bad. That honestly sounds like an amazing build you're out there. Now, where do I actually go? I don't think I was in range of that line, but apparently I'm just a liar. Soldier grenade again. I mean, it's over the door. Like it's not really a question. If I could get the legendary soldier grenade, that would also probably be really good together with the flame breath here. Wait, can you? No. I didn't expect it to, but don't hurt to try. Alright, what do we have down here? A cocoon. I mean, I'll take it over that. And I should definitely use the soldier grenade more. I think the soldier grenade just clears out rats and birds and such. Which makes it at least usable. Still not my favorite. Also, yeah. Ah. I do have all the DLCs. I can't really tell you which is the best one according to price, because I don't know which DLC contains what. I bought the game in early access, where it was said that all DLCs will be given to you for free. So, I didn't actually buy any of them, I just have them. I honestly think, though, the one that I like the most, from what I know is in it, is probably the one with the queen. Reveals invisible enemies could be good. Like, the queen one is good. I don't know what it's called. The Castlevania one is I like, even though Death isn't my favorite here. And otherwise, I'm sorry, but I frankly don't know which one does which one does what. So, can't really recommend any there. Oh, the crossover DLC is also good. Mainly because it has the machete, which is, like, a crossover from my favorite game. But I honestly think they all work well together. I don't think there's anything that is just straight superior to anything else. I kind of still wonder how they got a Castlevania DLC. But then again, Castlevania has a lot of DLCs going around, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll take that. It has the most content. I also don't really think it's bad content, except that some of the enemies are just reskins. That's a bit sad. Like, the werewolf is basically just a reskin of the Rampager. I don't really mind that. I just don't like how Death looks. Because Death, in every Castlevania, Death is an enemy, like an actual boss fight. And he always looks awesome, but in Dead Cells, he kind of just doesn't. Honestly, if I think about it, the crossover DLC has some of my... I don't actually know if it's DLC or if they just did a crossover, but the crossovers have some of my favorite weapons. Like, the baseball bat is fun. Again, the machete is my absolute favorite. Yeah, it's basically... The Dracula's castle shows up twice. Once with Dracula and once without. Yeah, in that case, then, honestly, the best DLC is just not a DLC, it's just vanilla. Of course. you. Whoa. Ow. Holy shit, you hurt. Alright, gave me a scroll, which is probably more important than the actual item I got, like, without a doubt. I am still cursed. Do you uncurse me? You do uncurse me. Lovely stuff. Unfortunately, we now have enemies after us. Even though they just jump into the spikes. Definitely appreciate that. Honestly though, if you just want like more to play, Castlevania is probably the best, because it adds like 3 entire new bosses. Weapon-wise, honestly, I still feel like the Queen and the Sea is the best. Like among those that I know what they do. Alright, that's morass. Not what I want to go. What do we have up here? Cluster grenade. You know what? Sure. Alright, there's a stupid statue again. That went well. Ow. Some cells. And... okay, this is a shop then. Yeah. Any good skills? Oil grenade would have been good, maybe, but not good enough for me to purchase it. Ow. Yeah, no, if you're strapped, definitely. In that case, I'd recommend the Queen. That one also adds like a boss and like 2 new biomes. Really? Was it because of the cursed with the cursed enemies with the stupid... here, what is it called? The training dummy. because I think, like, you were absolutely right. You were absolutely right, by the way. Absolutely hate Cursed Enemy Promenade. It's horrendous. Okay, the over there is the prison, I know already. Is there really a legendary, like, Sith laser and I can't take it? Ah. Ow. Well, oh shit, I'm cursed. Oh, that explains why I nearly died there. I thought I hit him. But apparently I didn't. No. Yeah, the training dummies are kind of why I don't want to go into the kind of why I don't want to go into the prison depths anymore. Because there's basically the exact same thing. The training dummies just make the enemies really strong. Alright, ramparts, let's see. At least I'm getting cells into the outfits, I guess. Take me. Take me to gastronomy. By the way, does this count as a ranged attack for the purpose of networking? Like the fire breath. I might want to use that then. Unless I just beat people to death with my twin daggers. Or my grenades. Because that sounds honestly kind of fun. And also, like, it stacks a debuff on them, the burning dot. So that could be really good. And now, you die. Downward attack, smash, burn the ground. Poisoned enemies that wound you. No. I should have dodged better then. At least there's pastry. Yeah. Oh yeah, gastronomy, so the pastry even heals more. Very good. Some more brutality. Also, you don't have to delete your messages. Maybe I just, like, throw 15 grenades at people. I don't even know what that elite was. Like, what he does. I do like the fire breath. It's kind of fun. It's kind of similar to the to the Sith lightning, as in it's kind of neat, but the fact that it locks you in place and has like a startup for like medium range attack feels like not the best trade-off. Ow. I didn't see the laser line over the fire. Didn't see the laser line. Was stupid. I should have expected him to do it again. 14. Third set. Again. Which is, it's the fucking trident again. Or I could take the marksman's bow. Oh yeah, if I do the trident, I need to... If I do the... I think I'm gonna do the marksman's bow. And I think I'm just gonna go with like 2 deployables. Marksman's bow feels a bit weird, especially when enemies can just teleport to you. But apparently the range is a lot more than I anticipated it to be. Why does it actually just have like blunt arrowheads? I have the feeling that some kind of stun, like a stun grenade for example, wouldn't be bad with a marksman's bow. A stun grenade of some kind. Yeah, the phaser is definitely a no. No for that. Also, can you tell me, the marksman's bow's range, is that approximately the same as the tranquility? Like the range for crits, is that approximately the same as the tranquility requires? That was actually something I was wondering about. Specifically the tranquility and marksman's bow, as well as the point blank and the soldier's bow. I should just teleport, I guess. Also, this is the toxic sewers, right. Okay, it is not actually as far required as I thought it might be. Alright, have a I don't need the croissant. I'll keep it for later. No worries. Like, you should probably do your job anyway. But I can't talk, I also watch videos when I work. To be fair, I work in home office, so nobody notices. Or cares, for that matter. Belmont's Vile Crit. Okay. Right. So I feel like it is shorter than the crit range for the marksman's bow. From what I've seen. Right. Don't need this. And I'm not gonna take any other. Actually. Magnet grenade could be good. And there's the promenade. Right, so that just goes up to the arboretum, so I'm gonna skip that. If I want to be close to enemies, but no, I want to be far away from enemies. Which is why I'm asking. I do want to use the crit, so I'd rather take the tranquility. Yeah, okay, that's just the arboretum. Well, it's a little bit more money. Yeah, infantry bow I feel like is just straight up better. Like, all enemies are trying to get to you, so staying far away is most often not that easy. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, especially if the enemies teleport to you. Then, because in the earlier levels, you could just, like, stand on a different platform and shoot them. But that's probably not gonna work. Oh. Immediate key. Lovely. Like, there's definitely biomes where it's easier to keep distance. And enemies where it's easier to keep distance. But in most biomes I feel like it's gonna be hard. Ow. Fuck. Nope. Ice grenade. Like, my current plan, my current thinking is use the magnet grenade. To pull all the enemies together. And then use something like the, What is it called? The grenade on death. To do AoE. That's my thinking. And for bosses themselves, I feel like that really won't matter all that much. I would love you, but no. We're sticking with what we have. Parting gift. That's the one. Ow. I don't like the barrel boys. Parting gift, an orbital pack with parry shield. Can you double your own bombs with that? I didn't think you could double your own bombs with the parry shield. Nope. A single shot into the back of the enemy. You know what? Yeah, I think I can take that. That's interesting. Cudgel would also be neat, but again, no. Any shield effect, even on your own. I didn't know that. I thought you can only parry the enemy shields, bombs. Yeah, you really kind of want to just sneak around with this. And try to get enemies that aren't paying attention to you. Also, when you grab a scroll while it's in flight, it just stops. That's ridiculous. The range feels a bit weird, like, there was one where I thought I'm far enough away and it didn't crit, and then one where I was close and it did crit, apparently. It felt that way. Very weird. Why am I rolling? I'm not buying anything anyway. Please jump to me. If the enemies are far enough away from you, at the get-go, the bow is really neat, but the problem is actually being far enough away, I guess. More health and door. And then I already see a little flail there. Okay, this is to the prison depths, which I'm not interested in. Does the force wave push enemies far enough away that the bow crits? Because if so, then I'm gonna keep it. Alright, where's this stupid... There it is. Stupid dummies. Also, I just learned that the magnet grenade apparently also transfers the enemy's bombs, which I didn't know, and it's kind of funny to me. No, you give me money, don't you? Or a weapon that I can't use. What do we have in here? Another shop, which I'm also not gonna use. I still find it funny that the Spartan boots specifically scale off of tactics as well. Like, kicking enemies off of wall is apparently tactical enough for them to consider it. Ow. I'm still alive, somehow. That is... yeah, that could be the case. Like, if I recall correctly, these Spartan sandals were some of the first weapons that were in the game. Alright, I do have enough money for a food shop. Should I find one? I'm way off of the 8 minutes. I feel like the marksman bow is not gonna win prizes here. Nope. Do you mean like pushing enemies into the deployables? Like the pushing away from your ranged weapons, that I can understand. God damn it. Okay, the mine killed them, so the magnet grenade. So unfortunately. Ow. Stupid bird. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Can you repeatedly kick the hand of the king into its own spike pit? Roll. 18. That's the 4th column. Oh, fucking fuck. A good weapon! And it is honestly so good that I think I'm just gonna use the other one. I already know that I like the lance. I don't need to play it to prove it to myself. I feel like that's definitely a bob tips bow. Queen and spoiler boss. Is there a boss I haven't seen yet? Ow. Ow. Oh yeah, after the hand of the king, right? Marmotek, okay, Marmotek I don't know, but the other 3 are basically just humanoids. So it kind of makes sense that you can kick them into a wall repeatedly. There's a scroll of power. How did I miss that? Marmotek I kinda don't understand. Like, she doesn't move away anyway, so you don't really need to kick him into a wall, I guess. Like, she is the wall. Maybe that's the point. Maybe that's why. Yeah, the magic bow kind of feels like a worse version of the quick bow. Because it's just get a lot of arrows into the enemy. Okay, yeah, good. In that case, I feel like everything that stuns would stun her a lot. Though, like, you mean staggerable. Low poise. I feel I wanted the explosive decoy for this weapon. Well, would you look at that? My prayers were literally answered. Now, promenade again. Which is probably just to the right there. I can blow you up after 3 seconds, right? Yeah. It is not to the right here. Where's the promenade? Toxic sewers? Oh, there's a left. There's a left on the treasure. Okay. How much cooldown do you have? Doesn't say. 13 seconds. Is it 13 seconds? I'm gonna have to check again. "20 seconds. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the barbed tips. And honestly, this bow shoots so slow. I think if I get damned Wicked, I'm not even gonna get out of it with this bow. So I'm not even gonna pick it up. Parting gift, networking, hunter's instinct. Just hand me that. I feel like the acrobatic pack is this bow's best friend. Alright, now we can shoot you. Alright, Malaysia has increased, but that's fine, I guess. Right, down I go. I thought I parried that on time, but apparently I'm suck at parrying those grenades. No. Like, not having to aim for the birds is appreciated. Oh, I have a blood shield. I didn't know they have that much tracking. Ooh, magic bow, level up. Oh, +3 shots, leave a flame of thread of flames, 50 damage when you're max age, more health, ammo. Shoots an upward shot. Doesn't pierce the first enemy, but I like the idea of just having like 5 flames, thread of flames. Alright, back out. I still do not know how to feel about this bow. There are actually some bows that I don't really feel very good about. I do like the nerfs of steel. The nerfs of steel, probably one of my favorite bows. Soldier's bow is good, but other bows I kinda not getting warm with. Quick bow is kind of fun as well. That's mostly just because I really like stuffing enemies with arrows. Damage to stun targets. It's... So you... turns you invisible, explodes after 13 seconds or upon reactivation. Or when it dies. Or when it dies. But it... does it actually aggro enemies? Like, it didn't feel like it actually aggroed enemies, right? Just... like a second ago. God damn it. And now I have 6 stacks, of course. Sure. I'll take that over. So I have a little bit of melee capability. Alright, I need more tactics. I need a lot more tactics. Also, I do not know how I'll be conjunctivious with this. Because it feels like the tentacles are just gonna be back underground before the bow stops firing. Alright, and more tactics skills. Yeah, no. Well, should have an item. A weapon generator, I believe. It's a pan. Alright, I can actually believe that the pan would go down. Like, why do you just have, like, a set of spikes in your garden? That I will never understand. Oh. That could have killed me. What do we have here? That's infected, that's a no. More tactics. We just need to one-shot every enemy. Ow. Works better than expected. Like until now. Maybe I just don't play bad. That could also be a case. Alright, what's behind door number 2? Just some cells. Yeah, I'll take them. Prison depths. That's again a no. Okay, the dummy has impressed me. Oh. And the bow actually also kind of... The fact that it can shoot behind you is kind of ridiculous. If I recall correctly, the legendary version just shoots more arrows. But since it deals more damage, the more arrows hit an enemy, that could also be neat. But I doubt I'll get a legendary version of this. Are you just a shot? No, you're the Morris of the Banished. Right. Last rose. Wait, I'm defenseless. You mean the additional damage after using a skill is applied to every arrow of the shot? That sounds ridiculous. Okay, no money this time. That actually sounds ridiculous. So you need something that has low cooldown, like a phaser. Or the Wave of Denial, which still has like 4 seconds, but... Get me? I kinda wanna try that. I'm just gonna take that. Be a bit more risky this time. Again, I feel like I'm not gonna run well against Conjunctivius. But maybe I'll just have to deal with that. It already is not bad damage. Even though most of the time it's only like 3 arrows that hit instead of all 5. Wasn't it like a crossbowman? Did he just walk off? Oh, if you stand directly next to the enemy, it also hits all 5, so point blank might be sensible. Now I think about it. Ow. The absolute tracking on this thing is ridiculous. Money sling, no. Oh, yeah, it makes you invisible. And then you can just, like, line it up now. No elite from you. Hate that those just teleported in. Is this a better version of my knife dance? Shots pierce the first target. Not really. Oh! Alright, I forgot apparently a door. I forgot that the smoke bomb also gives you damage increase. But yeah, in that case, that makes sense. Ah, food shop, perfect. Just gonna nab me a health flask. Okay, I should go this way down. And then back up. I only remembered that the smoke bomb makes you invisible. But yeah, every invisible effect. That's... okay, does the percentage of the smoke bomb increase the... multiply the... value of the, ranger's gear? Or are those separate? Alright, insufferable crypt. This is where I need to go as soon as I have the moonflower. Alright, there's a smoke bomb, so I'm just gonna see if I can nab that. Because that is a really good plan. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna get 4,000 gold here. No. Rat. Because if that worked, that would be ridiculous. Ow. The tracking just shooting around corners. Because why not? Do you know? Does the, not the wood doesn't kill me, the additional damage after a parry, would that also apply? I'm gonna leave for a second. I think I'm gonna go to the food shop again. Or maybe I just randomly find some food. That's also good. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like it definitely should. But you can never say for sure, I guess. Based on the spaghetti coating we've already encountered. I'm gonna have a sip. This is Black Bridge, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Guardian's Chrome. Grant me more tactics. Again, I feel like the only thing that holds it back is its extremely slow charge up for the shot. But I guess that's kind of a trade-off it has to have. Stupid bird again! I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, no. Sometimes it's the stupid bird and sometimes it's just a rat. God damn it. Damage reduced. Yeah. Since I'm apparently going to be dodging a ton. Now, question: do I go ahead and buy that smoke bomb? Or do I go ahead and go to the food shop? I feel like the food shop might be smarter. And I feel like I'm gonna have to go. Or do you offer me some food? No, you're the money man. You're the mushroom man. I think I'm gonna go to the food shop. Because I do want me some healing. Also, what are you still doing there? He spawned in, he did not follow me, he just lives his best life. Now, there's a chest still, which I'm gonna grab. Sometimes the swords have longer range than I think they do. What do we have in here? A bombard. No. Those will not give me enough money. Yeah, That's the plan. Which... where is he? He's here. I believe. Was he here? Yes, he was here. Alright, let's see if the tentacles kill me again. Get me... what do I take as last? What do I take as the last thing? You know what? Sure, why not? You don't have to retract your messages. You can just leave them. Alright, conjunctivius, let's see it. He doesn't want to charge today. Fuck. Also, I'm out of ammo. What? Where did one of them die? What? Alright, went a lot better than expected. I still took damage because I failed one of the parries against this charge, but went a lot better than I thought it would. Who would take a 2x damage oil grenade? Unless I at some point start the take what you get. That's gonna be a no from me. Alright, up to the graveyard. Does it actually, if it has the increased damage, does it show the yellow numbers? Because I saw that now and then. Yellow's from Ranger's gear. Right, the increased damage is yellow then, okay. Pop. Shield, no. What? What just happened there? Alright, more tactics. I also don't think it's the best. I don't think I have used all the bows. Do you consider the money shot a bow? Because then that might be a contender as well. I really don't feel like they are targeting the dummy at all. Yeah, I mean, like it is a sling. It's just categorically a Balearic sling. But would you consider it a like bow type weapon in the context of the game? And if yes, then I'd say that one I like less because I do not like spending my money. Well, he died. Rather quickly at that. Yeah, thank you. And also, have a nice evening. Or, have a nice day, depending. Alright. Ow, fuck, that was stupid. I do kind of like the thing where it shoots across corners. That I like. It's not always the door. Sometimes it's the bleeding sword. Not sure I consider that all that much better. Also, I completely missed the moonflower. I just realized I didn't pick up the moonflower in the ramparts. Well, in that case, I don't actually need to go to this bunker, I guess. What I will do is go to the toilet for a second. Alright. Let's see if I can survive. Just shoot around a corner. Like, shooting enemies around the corner may be the best use case for this bow. 28 missiles. Also, what boss do I want to fight? I have the distinct feeling that the timekeeper might be too quick. Holy shit! How much damage did that one do? Ooh. Ow. Should have jumped. Should have jumped first. Okay, so the toxic cloud on my dodge has a cooldown. Not the highest cooldown, but a cooldown still. I thought I parried that, but I guess I'm just bad. Do we have a food shop somewhere around here, please? Not a food shop. And a cursed chest. You know what? I'll take it. Like, the next hit is gonna kill me anyway. So... Also... that infantry grenade could be sweet. Yep, okay. So much for the luck. Anyway, I think that's probably... I'm gonna roll the next set, which is a 20. That's column number 4. Let's see what we get with that. However, that's gonna be the first run in the next stream, because I'm kinda done for today. Had a long meeting. It's Valmont's Whip or the Boomerang, and with that, it's the Boomerang. Valmont's Whip actually also scales off of tactics, so I could take both. But for now, it's for now starting off, it's the Boomerang. Anyway, yeah, with that, thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice evening. Hope you have a good night later on, and I hope you have a nice week. Goodbye.